She stood at my property line, hands on her hips, like she owned the place. "We're fixing the drainage," she barked, pointing at the bulldozer by my creek. Before I could reply, the engine roared. Wet concrete spilled straight into the stream that had run clear for generations. "My land! My creek!" I shouted. "You can't do this! It's private property!" Karen smirked. "It's better for everyone. You'll thank us later." Behind her, the HOA board stood with folded arms, enjoying the show. No permits, no city crew, just hired workers glancing nervously at me. "You're trespassing, and you're breaking the law," I warned. Her laugh cut sharp through the air. "We are the law. I didn't stop them, not yet. If I did, they'd play the victim. Better to let the storm finish what they'd started." By dusk, the creek was sealed under a wall of concrete, and by nightfall, the rain came hard. Thunder rolled, water hammered rooftops, and I sat on my porch with coffee in hand, watching the flood rise. By midnight, it broke. Water spilled over, rushing straight into their $1 million cul-de-sac. Lights flicked on, shouts filled the night, alarms wailed. The HOA president's pristine lawn? Already a pond. Karen stumbled through ankle-deep water, phone to her ear. "You've got to open that creek. You're flooding the neighborhood." I raised my voice over the storm. "I told you! Block a natural drainage. And this is what happens." She splashed closer, yelling, "We'll sue you!" But flashing amber lights cut her off. A county emergency truck pulled up, the officer stepping out, eyes fixed on the concrete wall. "Ma'am, did you authorize this?" Her face went pale, and I knew it was only the beginning.